it's Carrie here from Super Vibes, and today I'm bringing you a short half-hour stress management practice. This is a practice that just provides an overall opening, very gentle opening of the physical body. So we'll be doing some gentle movement, working tension out of the body. We'll be doing some progressive relaxation and finishing with a meditation. So this is a practice that can be done seated, either on the mat and lying down, or if you'd like to use a chair and lie down on the bed or a sofa, that would actually work as well. So no props required other than maybe a pillow if you like to have something under your head. And we will go ahead and get started. So let's begin with the centering. Find a comfortable seat. Maybe that is in your chair, maybe you're sitting on the edge of your bed, or maybe you're sitting on the mat. Take a moment to feel your sit bones. Let your weight rock back and forth, right to left. And just feel the weight transfer from one sit bone to the other. And then see if you can find what feels like center, so that you're equally distributing the weight left and right. And then from there, start to rock forward and back. And then see if you can find what feels like center from front to back. So we're equally distributing the weight front to back, right to left, to find center. Feel your two sit bones level and grounded. Now work your awareness down the legs. If you're seated with the feet flat on the floor, feel your feet gently press down. If you're seated cross-legged, feel the legs and the thighs press down. Feel the contact points of the feet on the ground. Take a moment to visualize those roots rooting you down from the sit bones, down through the legs, down through the feet, and into the earth. Feeling your connection with this planet, with this human experience. From here, begin to follow your center line of the body and lift the rib cage away from the pelvis. Feel the spine grow longer as the crown of the head lengthens. Let your shoulders relax. Let the arms relax in a comfortable position. And breath by breath, feel yourself letting go of the outside world, letting go of the external stimulation, bringing yourself inward, bringing your awareness into this space and time that you've created for yourself, for a little self-care, into your physical body and into your breath. We'll take a moment now to practice our 3-part breath. Gently bringing one hand over the belly and one hand to the chest. Begin with a natural rhythm in the breath. And as you breathe, just notice what's going on underneath those hands. What do you feel moving when you breathe? And then begin to create a bit more action, a bit more intention in your breath. As you breathe in, invite the breath to expand the belly. And as you breathe out, draw the navel in. Feel the navel move toward the spine and the belly hollow. And let the focus be there in the lower belly for a few breath cycles. Starting to feel that the abdominals play a more active role in the breath. And this pumping action of the abdominals translates into the diaphragm, moving up and down, helping to move the breath out of the lower lobes of the lungs on the exhale, and draw the breath deeper into the lower lobes of the lungs as you breathe in. Now from here, start to stack the breath so that it fills the low belly and the rib cage as you breathe in, and empties the rib cage and the low belly as you breathe out. Continue to stack the breath from the low belly to the rib cage and now up to the chest. And as you exhale, empty from the chest, the rib cage, and then draw the belly in. So the inhale is building from the bottom to the top. And the exhale is emptying from the top to the bottom, creating this bigger, fuller, brighter breath container so that we can use the breath, our most readily available stress management tool, to access the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of the nervous system that brings us away from fight or flight and into ease. Continue to breathe and begin to feel any sense of expansion in the side ribs, under the pits of the arms, in the back body, the rib cage in the back body, and the space between the shoulder blades. So that you begin to feel the expansion of the breath container in all directions. And that feeling of softening back to center as you breathe out. When you feel ready, gently release the hands away from the body into a comfortable position. Take a moment once again to invite that length into the spine. On an inhale, feel your neck grow longer. And as you exhale, gently let the chin draw toward the chest. Feeling the back of the neck gently open. Letting the weight of the head surrender toward the earth. This sense of bowing in and opening the back space in the throat chakra or energy center, to receive, to listen as you move through your practice today. On your next in-breath, let the head come back to center. And as you exhale, let your right ear drift toward your right shoulder. Feeling the left side of the neck, of the throat, open. From here, on an inhale, bring the head back to center. And as you exhale, let your left ear drift toward your left shoulder. Feel the right side of the neck gently open. On your next inhale, find your way back to center. Take a moment to breathe in deeply through the nose. And as you exhale through the mouth, relax the jaw. On your next in-breath, gently shrug the shoulders. And as you exhale from the mouth, relax the shoulders. And then just start to wiggle the shoulders around. Noticing any pops or creaks or cracks. See how many different ways you can wiggle the shoulders, working the tension out of the shoulders. Start to add the movement of the head and shoulders. As you roll your shoulders forward, let the chin tuck a little bit. And as you roll the shoulders back, let the chin rise. Feel the chest open. Rounding on an exhale. And opening on the inhale. From here, we can start to add a little bit more movement in the arms, rounding the arms forward, and then reaching the arms wide. Exhaling as we round, maybe wrapping those arms in a loving embrace around the body. Inhaling as you open, feeling a stretch through the hands, flexing the hands, spreading the fingers as you open. And as you wrap the arms around the body, bring the palms in and soften the fingers. Starting to let this opening, expansiveness, and then surrendering back to center, action. Translate all the way down to the tips of the fingers. And then let your pelvis get involved. So as you wrap the arms around the body, round the spine, curl the tail under, tuck the chin. And then open it back up, tilt the pelvis back. Stretch through the arms and the fingers, take the head up. Let's do one more rounding in. One more inhale to open. Hold those arms out wide. Take a moment to wiggle the wrists around. Wiggle the fingers. Again, noticing any noise, any feedback that you're getting from these joints. Bring the hands back to heart center. Press the palms into one another. Connect for a moment to the beating heart in the chest. If you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, bring your hands to the mat and switch the legs so that your second favorite leg is in front. Take another moment to adjust the body, guiding the awareness into the legs. Bring the hands together at the center of the chest. And we're going to work with something called prayer wheel. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is from this palms together position, turn the fingers forward and then roll the backs of the hands together as the fingers point down. And then bring the fingers toward you as you start to roll the palms of the hands back together. We're just going to keep working. This is a moving mudra prayer wheel. And it's really nice for the wrists, through the fingers, the hands to release tension. And it's also really powerful for setting intentions and opening up to receive intuition. Now let's go the other direction with our prayer wheel. So just change, go the other way. Keep the breath moving. Feel the fluidity and the liquidity of this mudra. And then just take a second to shake those hands out. Let your hands come back to rest in a comfortable position. Now guide the awareness down to the legs. If you're sitting on the floor, go ahead and extend the legs out in front of you. And if you're sitting in a chair, you can stretch the legs out a little bit longer if that feels right for you. So your hands can be on your lap, or they can be on your chair or your mat. And as you inhale, draw the toes back toward the shins. And as you exhale, point the toes away from you like a ballerina. Do a couple of these. Inhale, drawing the feet back. Exhale, point the toes away. And just take a moment to check in every once in a while with that inner lift, with your posture. And then spin the ankles around in circles, taking 2 or 3 circles in each direction, and wiggle those feet. Wiggle those toes, spread the toes. See if you can fan your toes out. And then just take a moment to relax the feet. From here, we're going to move into knees to chest or wind removing pose. So again, this pose can be done seated on the mat or in the chair. Take a deep breath as you inhale to sit taller. As you exhale, bend the right knee and draw the knee in toward the body. Bring the hands around the shin and very gently guide the knee in toward you. Take a breath or two. Feeling the low back and the hip release. Feeling the fold of the leg. And when you feel ready, on an exhale, release the leg. Take another breath as you sit tall. And as you exhale, guide the left knee into the body. Take the hands around the leg. Squeeze the leg in toward you. Taking a few breaths here to feel that lower back and hip release. Feeling the leg fold into the body. And when you feel ready, on an exhale, release the left leg. From here, we're going to move into a twist. So we're going to take that right knee in again and cross the right leg over the left. Your left hand can come to your right leg, and your right hand will come to the chair or the mat. As you inhale, invite a little bit more length into your spine. And as you exhale, draw the navel in as you turn the belly to the right. Invite the rib cage, the chest, the shoulders, and eventually the head to gently turn. Wringing out the tension from the spine. Take another breath, grow a little taller, and maybe as you exhale, invite a little bit more rotation into the body. When you feel ready, make your way back. Unwind the legs. Take a deep breath as you reach the arms out, around, and up. And as you exhale, let your hands float to heart center. Taking another moment just to connect to the breath, to the beating heart. From here, releasing the hands. An inhale to invite in space. And as you exhale, guide the left knee into the body. Take the left leg over the right. And your right hand comes onto the leg. and your left hand onto the chair or the mat. As you inhale, finding some length in the spine, and as you exhale, turning the body to the left. Start from the belly and gradually work your way all the way up to the top of the head. Slowly turning. Let the inhale invite greater length into the spine, and let the exhale find rotation in the body. When you feel ready, slowly unwind and unwind the legs. From here, if you're working on the mat, bend your knees. Let your feet be slightly wide. And if you're in the chair, wiggle forward in your chair just a little bit so that you have some space underneath your thighs. As you inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. As you exhale, float the arms wide. Start to hinge forward and wrap your arms under your legs. Drop the head. Feel yourself hug the thighs and rock from side to side. While we've been in this process of social distancing, hugs have been a little hard to come by, and they're so important. So take a moment now to give yourself a little love. When you feel ready, make your way back to center. Slowly roll the spine back up. And if you're seated on the ground, lengthen the legs back out. If you're working in the chair, you can straighten your legs a little bit. Make sure your heels are resting on the floor. This time we'll do a forward bend with the legs a little bit straighter. Inhaling as you reach the arms up over the head. Exhaling as you guide the hands through heart center. Finding the hands somewhere on the legs, start to hinge forward, move the chest forward, look forward. Feel yourself folding into this forward bend. When you find your edge, when you find your fold, take another breath. And then as you exhale, surrender into it. Let your hands, your arms, your head, and your shoulders relax. We're not trying to touch the toes. We're not reaching. We're just simply folding. Taking some breaths into that back body now. We'll take one more big breath. And on the exhale, draw the navel in and slowly work your way back up as you inhale. Take the arms out, around, and up one more time, gathering everything up. And as you exhale, just feel yourself press this energy down from the crown of the head, third eye space, throat space, heart space, solar plexus, sacral, and root. Pausing for one more moment, feel your sit bones. Feel your legs and your feet, that strong foundation. Feel that sense of rise and lift through the rib cage, through the crown of the head. Take a moment now to reposition your body for progressive relaxation. Option to lie flat on your mat. You can come to lie down in your bed or even in a recliner or on the sofa. Just let yourself get comfortable. Take a few big breaths. And as you exhale, feel yourself surrendering your physical body into the surface beneath you. Notice all the contact points of your body. And breath by breath, relax into it. The inhale creates that expansion all the way around the body. And the exhale provides that release, that feeling of letting go. As you soften through the toes and the feet, as you surrender the weight of the legs, relaxing the joints of the knees and the hips. Soften the fingers, the palms of the hands and the wrists. Surrender the weight of the arms, the joints of the elbows and the shoulders. Feel your pelvis supported. Follow the tailbone all the way up through the spine, that central line of energy, as you relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and the shoulder blades. Relax the neck and surrender the weight of the head. Feel the front body gently ebb and flow with your breath, inviting a sense of ease into the organs of the pelvis, the organs of the abdominals, into the heart organ, feel yourself soften the throat and all the features of your face, relaxing the lips, the lids of the eyes, the cheeks and the temples. With every breath, letting go a little bit more, relaxing the sense organs of the ears, the mouth, the eyes, the nose, and the skin. Allow yourself to rest here for as long as you would like, simply breathing, being. And while you're resting here, let your focus be the breath. As you inhale from the center line of the body, from the root, follow that line of energy up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, follow that line of energy back down to the root. Inhaling up from the perineum to the crown of the head. Exhaling down from the crown of the head to the perineum. Holding your focus to that breath. Continuing to surrender to the support underneath you. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Every breath is another opportunity to let go. Every breath is another opportunity to find your center. Now, when you feel ready, make your way back. And maybe that's not yet. Maybe you want to be here for another couple of minutes. That's okay. Stay for as long as you would like. When you're ready to come back, take a couple of deep breaths. Wiggle in small ways. Maybe tongue over the teeth, jaw, turning the head, wiggling fingers and toes. And gradually, slowly, roll over to one side, make your way back up and into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me today. I love you. I miss you. Namaste.